Welcome back to Insomniac's Dream. Today's video is for this wintry, frozen, ice queen style look. I've done a few of these on my channel and I always seem to kind of come back to them. I've yet to get bored of them. So this one is deceptively simple. It's basically just like a base color, some eyeshadow, and then some fun with line work, which you can adapt to just about anything. So if you're thinking of any kind of fantasy creature or style of look, you can easily take like the base steps of this and then transform it into however you want, like doing completely different patterns, tribal patterns, Celtic, whatever kind of you're after. So I thought this would be a good one to kind of include, you know, have different levels of craziness on the channel. And amazingly enough, for like the first Halloween ever, this video is actually sponsored. It's sponsored by MODA, which is a brush brand. It's a part of Royal Langnickel, which is actually brushes I use all the time anyways. If you guys watch my videos, you will see that I'm constantly using them. So to say I was excited to work with them is kind of a giant understatement because I absolutely love these brushes. So making a tutorial with it was no hardship whatsoever. But yeah, just wanted to throw out a big thank you to MODA and to be totally transparent with you guys, but I was very excited to get to have a company be interested in little me. So if you want to see how to do this look and the steps involved, then just keep watching. First thing I did was lay down a white base, and for this I'm using Makeup Forever's Color White, which is a cream white product. And to blend it, I used a complexion brush and just buffed it all over my face as well as my neck and chest. But once the face was done, I made sure to set it right away with my Nye Neutral Set. I also used a fluffy powder brush to pack the powder on top of the cream white. This way it makes sure it removes any tackiness and really sets the cream in place. And then of course made sure to do that all over my neck and chest as well. Then taking a contour brush and the color Morning Sky, which is an intense pressed pigment from Mehron, I went ahead and started applying this to all the areas that you normally would contour for the face, but making it a little bit stronger, and this is kind of what I do anytime I do color contouring on a look. Because the face got completely flat by applying one singular color being the white, you want to start bringing back all that dimension into the face again. So I applied it all along the cheekbones and pulled it up along the forehead, as well as applied it along the jawline to better define the natural features of my face. And you can use this at the same time to kind of reshape anything you might want a little bit different. I also pulled it down on the neck and then used it to go over the areas on the neck and collarbone that would naturally pop out due to your musculature or bone structure. You can always find this by contorting your body or shoulders a little bit to pop out your collarbones or muscles, and so you can see where you should be applying the shadow. And then I did also apply a little bit to the shoulders and along the back. This is less because of a musculature thing, but more just I wanted to make sure there was color all around the look and kind of pulls your eye all the way around. So this is just an easy way to do that. Then with a concealer brush and the NYX Line and Smudger in whites, I applied this all to mainly the inner corner of my eyes and just made sure to blend it out. This will give a really nice bright white base to the eyes, as well as have a little bit better staying powder than if you just put the cream color that we put all over the face on your eyes, since that would be almost a greasier product and would move on you and crease. Then I did apply a little bit of glitter glue on top of that, just so that the A2 Pigment Frost would stay on a little bit better. This is a really interesting product. It's kind of a glitter, kind of a shimmer. It's like everything in between, but it has a really nice glitter to it, and that's essentially what I wanted. So I just packed that on as well. And for this, I found the detail pencil brush was really useful since it has the perfect shape to get along the inner corners for either a highlight or a pigment color like this. And I just packed it on all over. Then with the exact same blue from before, but with a smaller shader brush, I went ahead and started applying to the outer corners of the eyes, as well as using the smaller contour areas that I had left alone from before. This being along the nose, and I just like to pull it a little bit along the brow bone at the inner corner just to have, again, more color in different areas. I also did underneath the nose, underneath the eyes, as well as just around the lips. Again, all just little things to add definition to the face when you've kind of removed it all. And you can do this with any color, and it's just going to make it so that it's a little bit more evenly spread across all of your features. Then with that exact same shader, but a slightly darker blue, this is After Party from Sugarpill, I just went ahead and followed all the areas we had actually already laid down the blue and just decided to deepen certain sections. So any areas you want to have a better contour or a little bit more definition, you want to apply this color in, and I actually apply it almost in the middle of the sectioning. So for instance, on the cheeks, where I've applied the blue tone, this darker color is going in the middle. This will give it a much softer blend outwards as opposed to just having it on one side of the light blue. By having it in the center, it just adds that depth that you're after without giving any harsh lines to the soft contours you've already laid down. To line the eyes, I wanted something a little bit softer than doing a straight up black liquid liner, but I did still want to do a wing, so I used a teal liner from Makeup Forever. And then I did apply a little bit of black liquid liner just to my lash line. That is mainly just to help hide the false lashes line that I put on later, so not totally necessary, just something I like to do. And then moving on to the really fun part, I am taking a fine liner brush for this and the SUVA Beauty Hydraliner in Space Panda, which is just a white water-activated paint, really. And I wanted to start sketching in all the different snowflakes and line work that I wanted for this frozen look. I absolutely recommend pulling up different references for snowflakes. You're probably not going to be able to get as intricate as pictures of snowflakes are, since they are really intensely intricate. But honestly, you can't really go wrong as long as you're doing some fun little shapes, six-sided, and just going crazy with dots and different swirls and lines. You're going to end up with something pretty fun. For swirls and lines, just let the brush do most of the work, pull it out, and then just slowly lift it off and release the pressure as you get to the end, and it will come to a nice little point for you. And you guys know I love to just use a brush for whatever you can use it for, repurpose it from whatever its name is. So I'm using a smoky eye brush, but I'm actually just using it to coat it in the white Hydraliner and using this as a flicker brush. So flicking the color all over your face and around the areas that you want to have all these small little fanciful snowflakes and dots is a really easy way to cover a lot of area and get a pretty easy effect. And then something I've mentioned in previous paints is when I move on to the chest but I want similar designs to the face, I always just think of it as a larger scale. So for this one, I'm doing a way more massive snowflake as my centerpiece for the chest and building out from there. You always want to kind of scale up on the chest since it's a larger area to cover, as well as it can kind of take a broader definition of painting and detail for it to be more legible from far away. You actually don't want to go too crazy detail on the chest because it's not as legible, whereas something really bold and bright is going to have much more impact. And if you ever get nervous that you aren't digging your snowflakes, you're thinking they're a little bit off, I kind of go with the idea of more is more on this and just kind of fill in with more little snowflakes and more dots and just kind of and more line work, and eventually you won't even notice if there's a few mistakes here and there. Then taking a highlight and glow brush and the Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector in Pearl, which is a white highlighter, I added this to all the areas you would want to highlight your face, so along the nose, cheekbones, also along the sides of the neck and collarbone where you kind of highlighted already by leaving them white. And then once I had that down, I also went ahead and with the same brush applied the A2 Pigments Frost that I'd used on the inner corner of my eyes and just kind of threw this everywhere that I wanted even more glitter and shimmer because there's not enough in this look. Threw on a pair of super bold lashes, as well as took Sugarpill's gray Inventor shadow. And with the Pro Line brush, went ahead and filled in my brows. Since I knew my wig was going to be gray, it made sense just to fill my brows in that way and just fill in your normal shape, whatever you're digging. And then for lips, I took NYX's Liquid Suede and Cosmic Lip Metals, both in Stone Fox and the color Galactic, and just applied this all over, one on top of the other. And then of course threw on the wig, and that was it. And there you have it. Those are the steps and products and brushes that brought this look to life. I hope it was fairly easy to follow. I tried to kind of break it down in my head when I was filming it, and hopefully my voiceover contributes to that as well. Please let me know, as always, what you guys think in the comments below, since your feedback means everything to me and lets me know what you guys want to see, what you're liking, what you don't like, all that good stuff. So overall, I hope you guys enjoyed this one. If you use it in any way or get inspired by it, please feel free to tag me on like any social media. I absolutely love seeing your guys' work, and I want to be sharing a bunch throughout the month of October, all your crazy awesomeness that's happening during this wonderful season. But yes, either way, thank you guys so much for watching. I, of course, will see you next video. So until then, bye guys.